Here's more wrestling news for June 22nd, 2022, and your headlines for this afternoon include: who's really in charge of WWE after Vince McMahon steps down? Backstage reaction to Bruce Prichard being appointed interim head of talent relations. Why did McMahon settle with Oliver Luck in XFL Commissioner lawsuit? Conflicting reports about Sasha Banks' apparent release from WWE. Naomi confirmed for huge TV return, and it's not for WWE. Former Cruiserweight Champion given new name as part of move to NXT 2.0. Another AEW star reportedly injured after AAA TripleMania event. Latest on Tammy Sytch case, her own lawyer wants to get away, and more. We're starting off with WWE, and last week, in the biggest shift of power in decades, Vince McMahon stepped down as CEO and chairman of the company due to the ongoing investigation into his alleged actions. In his place, Stephanie McMahon is serving as interim CEO and chairwoman of the company, but her father's influence is still being felt. On the latest Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer discussed John Laurinaitis being placed on administrative leave from his role as head of talent relations. Meltzer explained that while Stephanie may be the CEO, the fact that Vince McMahon's right-hand man, Bruce Prichard, has replaced Laurinaitis is a sign of who's really in charge. Bruce being the one in this position pretty much tells me that Stephanie's a figurehead. It's Vince making these decisions as far as putting Bruce in that position, as opposed to hiring someone or putting someone else in that spot. So far, WWE seems to be running as usual no matter which McMahon is in control, and while Vince isn't sat on the throne, it appears he's still pulling the strings. It may have been Vince McMahon's decision to replace Laurinaitis with Bruce Prichard, but this decision hasn't gone down well with the roster. According to Fightful, news of Prichard taking on the role as head of talent relations did not make the talent happy, as Bruce will now have to split responsibilities to being head of talent relations and head of creative. One superstar said they had gotten texts from others on the roster expressing their concern to Prichard having both roles, while another superstar joked that Vince McMahon must only know three people: himself, Prichard, and Laurinaitis. Some have also questioned giving Prichard more power backstage, with many still considering him nothing more than a yes man to Vince McMahon himself. We'll have to see how Prichard fares in his new role, which will see him have even more control over the roster, but his appointment hasn't gone down well so far. While McMahon will have to continue waiting for the results of the investigation into him, there has been some good news for the former chairman of the board. This week, Vince settled out of court with ex-XFL Commissioner Oliver Luck, who had been suing for McMahon for alleged breach of contract. Luck had claimed that McMahon had not paid him despite the rules in his contract, and that he had had his contract terminated without cause. On his show, Dave Meltzer said that a likely reason for the settlement is that WWE did not want to face any more bad PR should they have lost the lawsuit against Luck. The case was going to go to trial in just a few weeks' time, and given the ongoing scrutiny he's under, it's probably for the best that Vince McMahon stays out of any courtrooms. Perhaps McMahon would have gone on to win the lawsuit with Luck, but we'll never know for sure now, as the ex-chairman has bigger things on his plate right now. Last month, Sasha Banks and Naomi walked out of WWE Raw, citing a creative dispute with what the company had planned for both women. It was recently reported that not only has Banks been released, but she was cut some weeks ago, but this matter isn't as clear-cut as that. Despite several reports saying Banks has been released, Dave Meltzer appeared on the latest Sunday night's main event to say that her release is being negotiated right now, implying that it is yet to be fulfilled. Neither Sasha nor WWE have confirmed her release from the company, as the promotion has avoided bringing up the former SmackDown Women's Champion as much as possible. As one of their most decorated female superstars of all time, WWE won't want to see Banks appear in AEW, Impact Wrestling, or any other promotion that could be competition, but we'll have to see just what comes next for the boss. Like Banks, Naomi was also suspended from WWE following the walkout, and there's been no mention of her on TV since last month. Naomi has also distanced herself from the company, removing all references to WWE as well as her ring name from social media, and she's now set to appear for a non-WWE event. The Twitter account @NaomiWWE News revealed that the Glow will be appearing on an upcoming ETV series featuring Kevin Hart, which was retweeted by the suspended superstar, confirming the announcement. From all appearances, it seems Naomi isn't in as much trouble with WWE as Sasha Banks, with many saying that the glow was manipulated into her abrupt departure from Raw last month. Time will tell if Naomi ever does return to the ring, but in the meantime, the former champion is stretching her entertainment chops outside of the squared circle. Over to NXT 2.0 now, as Jordan Devlin is coming to the show, but he's also going under a new name. During last night's episode of the show, a vignette aired for the ex-NXT UK star, who is now going by the name JD McDonough. WWE have given no explanation for the change, although it is likely due to their new policy banning real-life names from almost all on-screen talent. Given that Jordan Devlin is his real name, WWE don't want the former NXT Cruiserweight Champion to one day be able to use a name he made in WWE outside the company should he leave or get released. Last month, Devlin lost a Loser Leaves NXT UK match to Ilya Dragunov, so it looks like NXT 2.0 will now be his permanent home. As for what he does next, that's impossible to say at this time, but JD McDonough is looking to make a success of NXT 2.0. Over to AEW now, as several stars of the company are currently out of action, most notably AEW World Champion CM Punk, Kenny Omega, and Bryan Danielson. None of these three men are expected to compete at this weekend's Forbidden Door event, but now yet another big name may be on the injured list. At last weekend's AAA TripleMania event, Matt Hardy competed in a tag match alongside John Morrison, who as usual got a new name for the match, working as Johnny Hardy. Fightful's Sean Ross Sapp reports that Matt was banged up after the match and that there was some major swelling on his knee. Hardy had originally meant to be in the tag match with his brother Jeff, but given the charismatic Enigma's recent DUI arrest, he was quickly pulled from the show. Matt may not be as big a star in AEW as Punk, Omega, or Danielson, but he does bring a lot to the company, and it now appears that he's just the next star to be out of commission for the time being. And we're ending today with the Tammy Sytch case, as the WWE Hall of Famer is still looking at some serious prison time if convicted of the DUI manslaughter charge against her. On Monday, the trial of the former Sunny took a turn when her own attorney, Stephen Delaroche, filed a motion for him to be withdrawn from the case. No answer was given at the time, but PW Insider now reports that a hearing has been scheduled for June 30th at 9 a.m. local time. This hearing will determine whether Delaroche can be rescued from the case, as he says that working with Sytch has now been made impossible. Delaroche claims that Sytch has refused to comply with requests and will have his own chance next week. Should Delaroche succeed, then Sytch will need to find some new legal representation after she submitted a not guilty plea. And we'll keep following this case as more twists and turns come out. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.